Hello, everybody. I'm Kari Hayden, the Senior Vice President of Grameen Health and Grameen Research, and also founder of MO Partner Consultants. I am, drumroll, starting my very first video blog. My New Year's resolution to myself was to start blogging more, and I recognize that I feel much more comfortable speaking than writing. So I'm going to do a series of video blogs to try it out. So I decided that the best way in the first inaugural blog would be from my experience at the World Economic Forum in Davos. As you can see, that is where I am. I have a very nice background. I've been fortunate enough to be able to come to Davos and the World Economic Forum a couple of times representing Grameen, and so I'm here again in the Grameen house where I share space with my Grameen Creative Labs colleagues. So it's fun to get to mix with Professor Eunice and all the other folks that work with Grameen. So the quick and dirty on day one at Davos was yesterday. I arrived Tuesday the 21st of January. And first day of Davos is always a little bit slow. People are still arriving, and slow in arriving was exactly how I got here. Coming in from the airport, getting from Zurich to Davos is quite an ordeal. More so than in years past. I feel the volume of people trying to take the shuttle and other free services has just really increased, and so traffic yesterday was just a nightmare. So if you're still headed into Davos and you haven't jumped on a shuttle, I would highly recommend jumping on the train. I think you could probably get here a lot faster. So after arriving yesterday, I only had a few things on my schedule and decided to just kind of pick one and go with it. So I went to the Blue Bar, which is sponsored by PepsiCo, at the Schneider's Cafe, which many of you may know. Schneider's Cafe is kind of a famous local spot for coffee and kind of the quintessential Swiss chocolate. A portion of that PepsiCo has built out as a branded cafe to be able to have meetings and also partake in any variety of Pepsi products that you may choose. Part of their goal is to promote a lot of the brands that not everyone recognizes as part of their product line. And some interesting conversations I had with their staff was around more nutritious-based product lines like Quaker Oats and some of the protein smoothies. And so it was interesting to see how they're looking to position some of their products and kind of position some of their work in CSR and shared value as providing products and services that are nutrition-based. So that was kind of exciting to see. The CEO of Pepsi, Indira, came by for a little bit, as well as Academy Award winner Charlize Theron, who is just as gorgeous in person as one might imagine. I did not try to get a picture. I felt a little embarrassed, and so just kind of snapped one, picture from the side, which I posted on Twitter. It was a great kickoff night. It was a crowded party, I think, because a lot of folks, again, had a few options to choose from. And so it was great to run into new folks and old Davos friends who I've seen in the past. My colleague Dominic and I stopped by Piano Bar, which was pretty dead around 1 a.m., and so we decided to call it an early night. All right, I am headed out for day two, which should be very interesting. One of the things I also tweeted about was an article from Reuters talking about the downsizing of a lot of parties and making them a little bit more private, intimate, and less lavish. For those of you who've been to the forum before know that the Google party, the McKinsey party, a lot of these end up with very lavish events and food and DJs and live bands, and it seems that some of these are being scaled back, including a rumor that Excel Partners has actually canceled their party for this year, which makes me very, very sad because that was one of my favorites. So looking forward to day two, and hope you enjoyed this brief update. I'd love to hear what other information you're dying to know from the participants at the World Economic Forum. Again, thanks so much. I'm Kari Hayden, and you can check out more on Twitter. I'm at Kari Hayden, also at MO Partners, and online at mopartnerconsultants.org. Thanks.